poem is called Gradient Becoming the Wound Itself. Where there is no shadow, I sit in the grass looking out. You are there across the river, that is to say, on the river, blurring these surfaces. So this, the system of dying we've come around to. In orbit, arching past your hand in the center of the wall, at the center of how we are called home. From across the valley, grass at a high frequency, creating the hills, the disappeared, called back from borders of violence, a mosaic. I receive my visions, my senses from these waters, where we meet in intervals. It is why I shift crash through embankments and curses. This blue theater of light, theater of sapphire unsettling. Do you feel me? The nearness that is in my blood, at the perimeter of attention, there is the fragmentist, invoking Ovid and Darvish, weeping, and there are fingers floating stitches across a vast shawl of tenderness. Whole with the ways we've sat quietly together, capacious. We are following an earth of sound, organelle of sound. Here is the hill's echo, or wind's liquid. In the mildness of this, I'm covered in water. Though there is ease in it, our mouths soft around departure, we're suspended. This is the velocity I'm gathered up by, in the open detail of our shared substance. Or when you were the mountain, a quality of disintegration. When you were the mountain in the mildness of this. And I'll read just only one more, because I want time for mingling and conversation and music. Okay, so I'm going to read, it's a three-part poem, and it's called Soft Power. And you will hear kind of sounds that are in the Punjabi language, which is my father's mother tongue. You will hear kind of references to shared spiritual traditions, and you will hear colonial echoes. Soft Power. Movement 1. Black Kali is out walking, summoning trashed radiant ghosts. Strung along a boat's hull, I am held by a pin pushed through my cheek, and tourists are floating by, like shiny trash wads thrown off the sprawl's bridges. In this voyage, we are carried to the water's dam-choked tapers, deliriously dry, mapping the edges of access, challenging their certainty. An inlet child slides his eyes across us, scale, vector, and refracting heaps. He squats, unmoving, fists balled. Thrown together, the angle of the moon setting, varnished fingernails tucked and dug into his palms, thrown together, causing something to fracture. Movement 2. She will be witness, widening the horizon. I see shorn locks of hair gathered in wet mounds bobbing. Inland, encircling a fruit-spangled tree, architects codify a sister's labor, misremember the scrape of trailing cane fraying against the earth. Corresponding, an act of violence and its aftershock are iridescent and uncomfortably flat. Their closed circuit is poison. Meh, ote hai. doing something else to the water. A kerchief, stained and orange, covers my hair. Muddy street shoes stacked intimately together in cubbies. I am a child behind a tree, in a parking lot. The sky, also muddy and low. The subdivided strip mall. I am forgetting which unmarked door leads to the Gurdwara. Raised with Sikhi outside subcontinent, I learn implicitly that there is no goddess in my mandir, no third space. I learn with knees on the ground and butter in my mouth. Movement 3. She will devour your cannibalism. I'm in the store looking for sanitary napkins, and I'm hovering over an embankment where my sister, wearing a sports top, shifts into glare, roasting a cache of small blue fish. Acha, meh, ote hai. Hole in my cheek, whistling. Air and meat between the farrier's molars go, slipping into the gullet. It's through these portals I enter, go, ch, ch, and lift a bag gummed with wax, and pick the shoes up by their tongues, tug at old stuff matted in my pockets. To welcome, ch, ch, to let the language beat up and break loose, I had to recycle those things we inherited. An impossible coveting, our stolen neutered seeds, an envelope of pink plastic, glacial moss, lotus looming in chorus.